Should Democrats be embracing Elon Musk right now?
So, first of all, the wretched, ugly, gargantuan bill that they're trying to drive through Congress will throw 14 million Americans off of their Medicaid and drive millions of Americans off of their SNAP benefits, which is nutrition, which is food for people. Elon Musk called it a disgusting abomination because of the fact that it also will add $2.5 to $3 trillion
and is he right about that?
to the national debt, right? And he's right about that, according to the Congressional Budget Office. It's going to be somewhere in that neighborhood. So, I think it's all to the good that he is forcing members to really focus on what they're voting on here. There's been this effort to jam it through in the middle of the night. We pulled 2 all-nighters the week before last, back to back. I hadn't done that since college, but they were trying to make sure nobody knew what was actually in the bill. And now we have even Marjorie Taylor Greene saying, well, I wouldn't have voted for it if I had known that they were trying to nullify local government's power over artificial intelligence. There's a lot of stuff stuffed in there. So I hope that we'll be able to look at the bill for real. And as for the tit for tat between Trump and Musk, all I can say is one says the other guy should be impeached. The other says the other guy's billions of dollars of government contracts should be suspended. And I think I agree with both of them.
All right. You do. All right. You heard it here first. Donald Trump should be impeached again, apparently. Jamie Raskin, thank you.